and the Secretary General, Kenya Young Parliamentarians Association, KYPA. So I'm here also talking on behalf of the youth in this nation. Truth be told that betting is internationally recognized and practiced. Kenya is not an exception. Number two, we know very well why the Cabinet Secretary Interior is trying to muzzle other betting companies, because he has interest, to mention and to be specific, BetLion. We know the relationship between BetLion and Matiang'I. One of the directors of BetLion is Nyachai's son. Matiang'I and Nyachai also has blood relationship. We don't want to lie here. We want to say the truth. If all these betting companies are being banned for not paying taxes, let all of them be banned. We cannot select specific betting companies and leave others. We also aware that last year alone, KRA rewarded and recognized SportPesa as one of the companies that have complied with its taxes, that have complied in paying all its dues. What happened between last year, which was 2018, and now, which is 2020? So many youths in this nation, so many university and college students have been complaining, crying, gnashing their teeth for not getting sufficient or enough money to pay their school fee. This betting was assisting in provision of employment. Those people who are employed in various betting companies, those people are now jobless. Where will they get jobs? The youths that were using this opportunity to pay fees, where will they get the money from? We know well that the law dictates that there's a rule called Nemo Dat Quote Habed that says that you can never spend what you don't have, and you can never pickpocket a naked man. This is a willing buyer, willing seller thing. Let it be known to the Cabinet Secretary that from next week we are going to mobilize youths in this nation. Gor Mahia fans, come out. AFC fans, come out. We are going to peacefully demonstrate against you. We don't want to put president in this matter, because we know that there are specific interests from specific individuals. Personally, betting company assisted me in paying my school fee. I graduated in my actuarial science degree because of betting. So there is nothing that we can be told that betting is bad. BetLion and Matiang'I, you are one thing. We want BetLion to be banned from today. Ukitaka kunishika, shauri yako we nishike, mimi nimezoea sell. Asante.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two issues to address. The first one is, even as the government seeks to ensure that betting companies are accountable for the taxes they are supposed to pay, equally, the government needs to be accountable for the management of the sports fund. As you are aware, the Sports Act initially created what we call the National Sports Fund. Then recently Parliament amended to create what we call the Sports Arts and Social Development Fund. I want to report that the National Sports Fund was abolished. The staff were supposed to transition to the new fund. As we are speaking now, the staff of the National Sports Fund have been sent home, and only one man is sitting at the new fund, who is the CEO. We are asking the minister and the permanent secretary in charge, what are you doing about this? Secondly, we are aware that last year the government collected over 20 billion shillings as a result of the taxes on betting. What has this money done? Because 20 billion shillings, according to law, sports are supposed to get 35% of that, which translates to 7 billion. Has our sporting fraternity received the 7 billion? The answer is no. So we have something sinister about the management of the fund itself. So even as they seek to ensure accountability on tax matters, they also need to be accountable on the use of the funds resulting from the taxes they charge betting companies. Number two, you are all aware that some of our leading clubs which have been benefiting from sponsorship of Sports Pesa are now unable to finance their activities. AFC Leopards, you have seen that AFC is now asking for funds to contribute money through a pay bill. Gor Mahia has international assignments. They have no money. So effectively, what Matiang'I and his people are trying to do, they are trying to kill sports in this country. And as an AFC Leopard fan, and Babu here as an Gor Mahia fan, we are not going to allow our two clubs to die because someone is not regulating the industry well. We know that whatever is happening now, it is not an issue of ensuring that betting companies comply. Some of these companies have complied with the law. It is because some people want to invest in business of betting. So they want Sports Pesa to go, betting to go, and other leading betting companies to go, so that their own companies can flourish. And effectively, the result of this will be killing our sports industry. So we are asking that Matiang'I, please, if it is following the law, follow the law, and those companies which have complied with the law, give them back their licenses so that they continue operating. But we will not allow AFC and Gor Mahia to die because of someone mismanaging the sector. Thank you very much.
Lastly, we shall have Atandi.
Thank you very much. I want to put this issue in the right perspective. Basically, there are three taxes governing the betting sector. The first tax is called gaming tax. The second one is called corporate tax, and the last one, which is bringing this stalemate, is what we call withholding tax on winnings. When we did the finance bill, last finance bill, that is Finance Act 2018, there was a stalemate on the definition of winning tax. And I think this is where the problem is. Most of these betting companies have complied with the two taxes, that is corporate tax and gaming tax. Where the problem is this taxation on withholding tax on winnings. And I think this is really where, as members of parliament, we need to come in. Our definition, we left the definition open to include taxing the betting amounts. So if you place a bet of 1,000 shillings and you win 300 shillings, essentially the tax that should be applied on your bet is on 1,300. Now, the way that betting companies have been calculating this tax is different from the way KRA is calculating the tax. So what I want to recommend is that I think KRA needs to open negotiations with these companies so that they can agree on the amicable definition in order for them to resolve this matter. As we talk, most of these companies have complied with the two types of taxes. The only one where they have this problem is this tax on winnings. And I think if this is done, then this will give the regulators an opportunity to open up these companies for business, because there's no reason why these companies should not be allowed to operate because of this simple stalemate. As Finance Committee, we are going to look at this law because we are currently we are beginning to go through the Finance Bill 2019, and I think we are going to see how we are going to make this definition very clear. What I wanted to say is that a number of investors, foreign investors in these companies have been blocked out of this country. I don't want to talk about that because, as we have said, that needs to be left to the investigating agencies. But what I would like to say is that there's a problem which this company has had over the years, which is illicit outflows of resources. And I want to go on record as saying that if there is those directors of companies that have participated in illicit outflows of resources, I think the law needs to apply in equal measure. But otherwise, as members of parliament, we know our role in this matter is to make the law understandable, make the law very clear, so that the KRA and these companies can be able to understand the law and be able to remit taxes as per the law. But otherwise, I think the task is on Parliament to be able to define this law clearly, so that when companies and KRA are discussing this law, they can be able to have an amicable solution. I know, and you all know, that the High Court
made a determination on this matter, and the High Court agreed with Kerry. But as a member of Parliament sitting in Finance Committee, I think that that determination was not in order. And I think it is our work now to go and revisit it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No questions. No questions. Elaborate.